What's going on, everybody? Dante here with a review of the new Apple TV. Now, right now I'm unboxing the Apple TV, and it's the same design as the previous generation, but it's a little bit taller. That's because they have two different versions this time around. They have a 32 gigabyte version and a 64 gigabyte version, and this allows you to download video games and movies and just have a little extra space to have fun with. And with these two versions, there's two price points. There's one for $149 and one for $199. Now, to me, that's a bit overpriced for a streaming box that allows you to play games on occasion, but this is Apple we're talking about, so they don't make no low-end products. They all make all premium products, so you can't go wrong when it comes to an Apple product because you know it's going to be made out of the best materials that they can make it out of. And the new Apple TV comes with a brand new remote. It has a new dedicated Siri button, a home button, menu button, and a volume up and down button. And you can also charge it with the lightning port connector that it comes with. You could plug it to your computer or use one of the outlets that you could use with your old iPhone 5S or 6 Plus or anything like that you have. You can still charge it within a wall adapter. And that's what pretty much comes in a box. You have your power outlet cable and your USB connector cable to charge the remote. And that's pretty much it. You do not get an HDMI cable, so Apple has never given an HDMI cable when it comes to these Apple TVs, but hey, it is what it is. When it comes to design of the Apple TV, it's the same as the previous generation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. I kind of like this design. Only problem I have with it is a little bit taller, but everybody has a flat screen TV, and you can also put it right next to your TV. So it really doesn't make it a big deal when it comes to finding a place to put it so you can enjoy some entertainment. Now, a couple of things that's different about this next generation Apple TV, it doesn't have the optical cable anymore, so you can hook it up to a receiver to get surround sound anymore. I don't know why they did that. Don't ask me, but it also has USB Type-C, so if you have any problems with it, you can just use that to do some maintenance work to it. One thing about this new Apple TV that it doesn't allow you to watch 4K video. I don't understand why Apple didn't go with 4K within this set-top box, but I guess they just wanted to cut corners and just do something a little different, just see how it works. But 4K is looking like the future in my opinion. Everything is 4K, TVs, cameras, it's all 4K. Why I don't understand they don't allow you to watch content in 4K. Maybe the next generation will allow you to, but this time they don't, so it's a bit of a disappointment. That's why I don't understand why you go with a higher price point if I can't watch 4K with it. The new Apple TV comes with that new A9 process that Apple is using for their new product, so it allows you to have faster and snappier ways to use this new interaction or the new UI when it comes to the new software within the new Apple TV. It's called tvOS. The new redesigned remote, it needed to change because the previous generation, I hated it. It was clunky. It was just, it was limited functionalities to it this time around. But this time around, it has a trackpad at the top so you can navigate through the UI when using this remote. So it allows you to, navigate apps a lot faster, play games with it, and just use the old remote as an overall experience so you can play games with the gyroscope that's built into this remote, like a video game, like I think it's called Asphalt 8 or something like that. You could just drive the car with this remote, and it works effectively, but I'm going to do another video when it comes to the gaming aspect of this new Apple TV. And one thing I like about the new Apple remote is that it comes in black this time around. I hated that aluminum look, and it's still here. The back of the remote is aluminum with the Apple logo, of course, but the cover, the top of it, is all black. And everybody who knows me know I love all my technology being black. I don't know what it is. I just love black technology, and this is what they did with this Apple remote, and I love it. It's sexy. I just enjoy using this thing, and I can't be more happier with it. And you can see with the side-by-side comparison of the remotes that the new one just has more functionality to it. Now, there was nothing wrong, in my opinion, with the previous generation. I just hated the fact that it was kind of clunky. The D-pad was kind of clunky, the little middle button was clunky, and it was just like, it had limited functionality to it. This time around, they kind of fixed some of the problems that I had with the previous generation, but they still have limited functionalities when it comes to certain things. Now, with the previous generation of the Apple TV, one thing I hated the most is that I had 30 apps on my screen and I didn't even use half of them. I didn't like the fact that they gave me every app that was available when it came available on the Apple TV. But this time around, you can have the apps that you really want on your screen at all times. Like right now, I'm downloading some apps to put on my home screen. Now, my home screen is pretty much limited. It's pretty much in it. Apple kind of let loose with some of the apps that's on the new Apple TV. Now, the previous generation Apple TV, the apps were all designed the way Apple wanted the apps to be designed. I didn't understand why they had so many restrictions like that, but this time around, they kind of let the developers make the apps in their vision. Like, they didn't restrict them in making the app in the design that they wanted to. They kind of let the developers do their thing when it came to designing the apps and the interaction when it came to the UI using with this new Apple TV. And you have an app store where you can get all your apps and games and entertainment and things like that when it comes to this new Apple TV. Like the previous generation, everything just came up on the screen, even if you didn't want it. I hated that. I had like I said, 30 some odd apps I didn't even use. Like I only used Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, HBO Go, and things like that. So I just wanted those apps on my screen. I didn't want to have what's that, Crunchyroll and other things that are entertainment apps, but it's just Fox Now and all that. So I don't use all those apps. So I was kind of upset that I had to have all those on my screen. But this time around, they allow you to use and download the apps that you want to have on your home screen, which is perfect. And a lot of apps just look great now. The Netflix app looks great. The Hulu Plus looks great. The YouTube app looks great now. It doesn't look like that Apple feel anymore. It's kind of like they letting developers have their way just a little bit. And apps just look a whole lot better in my opinion. Like I hated the way the apps looks on the previous generation. It had that clunky menu screen. You had to go all the way down to this and go all the way down to that. Where you now you see all the entertainment that you want to see within the whole screen itself. If you have a big screen TV, everything's in front of you now. And this new Apple TV comes with Siri. Now I'm not a big fan of Siri or any of these voice dictation services or anything like that, but Siri works for the most part, but she's hit and miss like anything else. I'm not a big fan of voice dictation using Siri or Cortana or anything like that, but if people who do, it's available. Right now, I will wait a couple of updates to use it more because right now it's a little hit and miss like I said early on, but if you're a big fan of voice dictation, it's here. It's available that you could use at any given time. It can open apps, all kinds of games and things like that. But overall, it's hard for me to recommend this new Apple TV because of the higher price point. You don't give out 4K content, and I could play games on it, which is good for people who want to play games, but I have consoles like a PS4 and an Xbox One, so it really doesn't benefit me to use this as a gaming console type thing. But overall, if you want to get into the entertainment part where the apps are all that, like HBO Go, Netflix, definitely recommend it. But for the price point, I would say wait a while for the next generation or a price cut, and you can't go wrong with that. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Hit that like button down below and also leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this new Apple TV. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.